In a world that's been canceled, in a future that doesn't exist, what happens when two ferns have two musicians have nothing to do and no hair?
On today's episode, we speak to musician Adam Melchor. In a typically 2020 turn of events, we actually met Adam online. Adam performed on a live stream concert that we hosted earlier this year. And despite the fact that we completely butchered the pronunciation of his name, he agreed to come on the podcast. Now, let's hear from Adam about all things songwriting. Okay, check. I am recording my audio. Hannah, are you good to go?
Check. I, too, am recording my audio.
And I've been recording for the last 3 years.
Hours.
My audio. Yeah. So it's just been, thanks for joining my podcast. It's going to be
having us.
1 decade long. That's it.
Between two bald girls.
This is basically what we did when we had our live stream.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to do more of.
I'm having
Yeah,
deja
exactly.
vu. Yeah. Just going to chat.
I was thinking that, our listeners who may have heard the podcast previously know what we're all about in terms of our vibe. And Adam, you also know what we're all about because of that fateful live stream.
Absolutely.
Where rather than coming back onto screen to interview you in the Q&A, I left a mannequin's head wearing a wig of my hair on screen.
And I really couldn't tell. It was that similar. It was amazing. Truly amazing.
Uncanny likeness. So I feel like you know what this is going to be.
Yeah. Oh, I know the deal. Yeah. I'm ready for anything, guys.
Great.
Yeah, please.
Well, we'll just
Do your worst.
we'll give you a little info on the podcast. If you were wondering why you haven't heard about it yet, it's because it hasn't come out.
Got you.
Yeah, you do have to record podcasts ahead of when they come out, unfortunately.
Who would have thought?
It's safer for all of us that way.
Yeah. So how many like episodes have you guys done?
5?
Yeah, I
Dang.
think this will be our 5th. We had Nathan Willett from Cold War Kids last week.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then we did a wine tasting one
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, which was really fun.
Do you guys prefer red or white?
You know, after that, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was shown, I usually prefer red. I think
Me too.
JJ's the same, but JJ, I think you liked a white one best, a white one best.
It wasn't
white
even
one.
a white one. It was I was just into the Prosecco vibe.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you're
'Cause
just in
I'm
that
bougie.
mood. Yeah. That's what 2020 is. It's just you have to just be the person you want. Just you're in your
Exactly.
room. Yeah. You have the whole room of the whole world of the room to just be anything. I actually prefer. I don't really drink that often, but when I do drink wine, I actually usually prefer the white wine. I like it chilled.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is such a curveball from
I
Adam
know.
Melchor.
Yeah, Mccalcior. I really loved. I was trying to actually pronounce the
Me
the
too.
spelling.
Your own name.
Yeah. Okay. You had Mccalcior.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds better. Like it really does.
It's like your opera vibe, kind of. Like if you were a middle-aged opera singer, you'd be Adam Melchor.
Melchiore.
Fabio Mccalcior.
Yes.
Where did Fabio come from?
Just, you know,
You never know.
came
You
to
never
me.
know.
Just
Well,
came to me.
actually, I don't know if I said any of these things the last time we talked. I feel like our interview is pretty unhinged, which is great. But my 2 things about my name is I used to be I'm not used to be. My best friend in 7th grade was this kid named Cosmo Laterza, and I would go to his house every Friday, and they would have the most Italian food of all time, like on one table. And every single time they would try to make my name more Italian, and usually it was like Melchiore,
So
sort of thing.
this is not new to you. I'm just tapping into some childhood shit
trauma.
right now.
Yeah. We're going deep on this podcast.
This is also not new for us. Our love of messing up people's names, I think, originated from the John Travolta, Idina Menzel slip up.
Which we
yes.
talked about, did we
Yes,
not?
we did.
Yeah. We quote that daily.
It's
Yeah.
truly. I wrote a song with my friend Danny, and me and my friend Danny always like mess up each other's names. Like he'll call me Alan or Adin, and I'll
love
always
that.
call him Dave, and like the last names too. And so we did this song together, and it was awesome because it was on like this Zane Lowe like Beats show. And they got my name so right, and they got his name completely wrong. And now it's like on audio. It's just so good. So whenever I always like, his name is Danny Spadaro, and they just said Danny Spirado. And now and it just sounds like Danny Spirado sounds like a village in Brazil. Like it sounds amazing. Like I want to go to Danny Spirado, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I was just talking with my mom.
About your name.
Oh, really?
I was talking with my mom about one of her ex-boyfriends who was named Govinda McCrosty.
No,
And
it wasn't.
It was. And JJ and I call him, because JJ and I talk with my mom often about her ex-boyfriends to get material for our work.
Absolutely.
We call him Godiva McCrusty. And it's like not that different.
I thought we called him Godiva McFlurry.
Oh, was it a Godiva McFlurry?
Because isn't his
That
real
sounds
name
amazing.
McCrusty?
No,
Oh,
McCrosty. Can you imagine if his real name was McCrusty?
I thought this was his chosen name. Like
That's
if you
amazing.
get to choose your name, don't choose McCrusty.
that is insane. I wonder like what happened in Ireland like 18 generations ago that makes it, he's a crust. He's really crusty. We'll name him
Yeah.
McCrusty.
Godiva McFlurry, if you're listening.
I mean, if McDonald's is listening, that would be actually a great McFlurry. Like a Godiva is sponsored, like dark chocolate, like smooth.
Yeah.
It
They
goes
could
down to, like,
upcharge for that shit.
they could definitely upcharge for that shit. A
Yeah,
Godiva
love that.
McFlurry.
That shit is
You can-
not on the dollar menu.
Definitely
No,
not.
no.
It's on the $10 menu.
Yeah. So here we have Adam Mccalcior.
Welcome to the show.
We're so excited to have you.
So our podcast, which obviously is in sort of its nascent phase,
Beta, if you
Great
will.
word.
Thank
Nascent.
you.
It's in beta.
beta testing on you, is called Between Two Bald Girls. Obviously, our most recent album, The Fight, on the cover we have shaved heads, which we did to each other during a music video.
That must have been very intimate. Like to like cut somebody's hair.
It
Like,
was.
Yeah. Have you guys cut each other's hair before at the same time or at any
No,
time?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
We have done hair stuff together, though.
Hair stuff.
Nice. Hair stuff.
Kinky.
Look.
We're into hair stuff.
Everyone's lonely in quarantine,
Yeah.
so whatever you're into, truly,
Like
truly go for
we've
it.
dyed our hair together,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
deeply, deeply off the record, but we once made dreads together. Just
Wow. Just one dread. Or
just
like
the one.
wow. Okay.
And one was too many.
For two white girls in Connecticut,
Oh my
it was
God.
t-
You
one
guys-
one dread is too many dreads.
So, Adam Mccalcior, I want you
Mm-hmm.
to talk to our listeners about your background.
Okay.
So they may know you, they may not. You're a musician.
Mhm.
Tell us how you got to where you are today in like around 2 minutes or less.
In around 2 minutes. Okay, like the 2 sentence.
In around
version.
2 words or less.
Two
You get
words
3
or
words.
less. I was born, that happened, and then fast forward to like 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Look, I got 2 minutes. So basically I had been playing in bars in New York and New Jersey to pay for college.
Mhm.
And I was writing songs, but I was also a really bad singer until probably like 2 years ago. And then I figured something out And then the first thing I did was email a stranger. And now that stranger is my manager. And I moved out here because that stranger lives here. And then I started just doing things here and writing songs with people and hanging out. Not dissimilar to something like this, just without like the podcast, like microphones, just unrecorded hangs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Unrecorded hangs are cool.
I dabble
They're not
in them.
as cool as recorded hangs.
No, because did you really hang if it's not recorded? That's, which I've had discussions with people like, does a song exist now if it's not recorded?
Whoa.
That is something I think about a lot, and I don't know the answer. I don't know, but maybe you guys could help.
I think it exists until it's recorded.
I gotta go. That's I gotta leave.
Hannah, mic drop.
That's so sick. Well, there is that phrase like in music theater, I think it's like shows are never finished, they just open.
That's
So
show
it's-
business.
And that's literally showbiz. That is
And all
literally
that
it.
jazz.
And
The
all that
show must
jazz.
go on.
The show must go on. God, I love Chicago so much. That's all that jazz, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay,
We just
so
watched
sick.
that recently, actually.
We did. Yeah.
Really?
in
Is-
quarantine.
Isn't that Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's hot.
Oh, God. a scorcher. An absolute
10.
scorcher.
I'm 11.
Yeah,
If you
Yeah.
will.
I'm with it.
So getting back on track. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
Um,
yes. How
so-
is she? Is she thinking of us right now?
Did you guys know that Catherine Zeta-Jones has a line of ballet flats?
I did not know that, but I'm ready.
How do you know that?
Yeah, how do
Because
you know
I
that?
follow her on Instagram and she
Gotcha.
posts about her ballet flats that have little bows on them.
Wow. Do they sell them at Capizio? Is it like mainstream or is it just on her website? Is it just a Zeta Jones
Capizio,
exclusive?
the last name of your friend.
Danny Capizio.
Yeah, that's I'll do the chicken Capizio and the and the pasta Spadaro. It is, and him and Catherine are working on something very special. So I didn't know it was out in the world yet. So I'm
Yeah.
Sorry
happy to
break
see
the
that it's doing.
news.
Yeah,
I think she has horrible taste. And
Really?
that's deeply upsetting from a woman as beautiful and stunning as her.
like fashion taste or
yeah,
like
it's
okay.
pretty bad. It's
She
pretty
can't taste anything.
yeah. She just
bad.
actually
She had
it's funny enough-
COVID.
Yeah.
And
that was one of the main things that was really bad about COVID is that I don't have many taste buds to start with.
oh no.
Yeah. So
You had
I,
COVID.
I just was born with it, I guess.
You were
and
born
just-
with COVID.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so-
COVID.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
it's Maybelline.
Maybelline. Yep, I got you.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So
it could have it could have been me born with COVID or me drinking Maybelline every day.
One of the two.
One of the
the
two.
two.
Okay,
that's why
sorry.
you had to fast forward.
Yes, I did not want to
From
talk about my
birth.
Maybelline addiction, so which does not get enough coverage in the press.
Yeah.
So just quickly backtracking to Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
So to get serious,
Yes.
let's just talk really quick about Catherine Zeta-Jones. So, Adam, we love your songwriting.
The feeling is so mutual.
We want to talk about your songwriting process.
Yeah.
How you write. Do you ever write for other people? You obviously are very prolific. We've noticed you are you've been writing a song a week for your lullaby hotline for some
Ruining
time
my
now.
life. Yes,
Tell
ruining
us
my life.
tell us about your relationship with writing and your history with writing.
Wow. Okay. Well, so my relationship with songwriting, my dad is a guitar player and my mom is a singer, and then they both are just music teachers. So growing up, like instead of, playing sports, I would just take piano lessons. And then I think when I was like 15 or 16, I didn't know how to play guitar, but I'd ask my dad, like, what's the best way to learn? And he said, buy a guitar and spend all your money on it, and then you won't not play it. So I started doing that, and then I quickly realized that I wasn't good at anything else. So when I was ready to graduate high school, I'd always been sort of songwriting and stuff, and the goal was to write for other people or for me, anything, but I just didn't have like the skill set to do it. I wasn't like that good at, singing. I wasn't that good at guitar stuff, but I always was just like trying to write and just read as much like poetry as possible and, books and whatnot. And, so then books and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, just a lot of like recommendations and listening to like a shit ton of music. And, basically I was just sort of doing, the cover thing to like get, money for school, but that actually made me, I feel like, a better writer, because then it was like I was like understanding why like Yellow by Coldplay is a good song, or like anything like these John Legend songs, and just like trying my best to just learn everything. And then it's like, oh well, that makes sense if you put this here or start with this or not. And then I just started like playing in like either in Brooklyn, or I was still doing covers. I had to move back home because my mom got cancer. But she is okay now. And good. I was just doing that to just sort of, I was like paying her rent too. Like she's one of those, she's like, you got to pay. I was like, I'm taking you to the hospital. She was like, I know. She's like, we'll do $100 less a month. And I was like, shit. Okay. So I was just like, sort of kept working and stuff. And then, like the world of writing in New York is a little bit tougher, I think, because there's not as many people like who want to do it, and also there's not as many people who can afford to do it, because everybody's space is a lot smaller. In LA, you can just go to somebody's house, and then you don't have to like pay $500 for a studio and then write a dumb song. So, but basically after that, I moved out here, started just like writing with other people for my stuff, and then slowly it started becoming like a lot more for other artists, which was really nice, because then you don't have to like bring the idea, and usually it's just like editing, so it's just like finding the dumbest thing to like say, like to their really great idea,
They're like,
so,
I need a word that rhymes with slide. And you're like,
yeah,
glide.
Like, hang glide. Let's go hang gliding this afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty much that. So
what's your favorite song that you've like helped somebody else write?
Yeah.
2% of the songs that I write with other people wind up coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
course,
there's always like, there's just like, to everybody listening, there is like a million hit songs on A&R's hard drives, like all across Los Angeles right now.
Get them
and
out.
They will never see the light of day. So, but I've had some crazy co-writes with people that like you would never,
that are into
like,
hair stuff.
Like I wrote with the Chainsmokers one time,
Wow.
and that was one of they are like some of the nicest people ever. They're very like aware, and they're very like they know like where they are culturally, and they like that's been sort of like the magic of like doing these things and whatnot, is you meet these people who like you I guess you just like never know what somebody who makes music like connects to musically. It's like a lot of people like different music than they make, so it's kind of cool to sort of like see that out here. So
yeah, I feel like that's what's fun about writing for other people too, is that like, because for your own artist project, it's like, not narrow, but like you're doing one type of thing, not you, anyone. And so when you get to kind of think outside the box and write for other people, you're not defined. You can just kind of be more creative in a way.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like just white guy with guitar. Like that's all I. That's all I.
That's what
it's
I
like
write
talk
as
about.
well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but have you guys like written for any other artists? Like, do you guys like do that too, or is it mostly just you guys writing together for like your own projects?
We've done a bit of it. I don't think anything has come out that we've written.
Trust me,
in the 98%.
I've been doing it now for 2 years, and I think I have a total of like 4 songs that are out with people. So
pretty good statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've done a bit of it and we like doing it. We're often asked to do that sort of thing for like DJs, like top lining, and we've done a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, the top line DJ stuff is that I wish like I could just, if I could be in the room with the DJ, it would be a lot cooler. Like then you get the vibe, sort of thing. But like when I get asked to do that, I'm like, are you guys sure? Like you guys have heard my music. Like, are you sure you want this?
Yeah.
Being in the room though, I would play devil's advocate, is also not that great, because a lot of these guys are like way older than you think they're gonna be. Like we've had experiences. Like we got sent to LA like ahead of writing for our most recent record to see if we could like do a bunch of writing sessions that were maybe going to be for us, maybe for other people.
Okay.
And a lot of the dudes are just like super old and can't sing, which is why they need top liners.
Yes.
So like we'd go in and we were just like, hey, and they'd be like, what about this? And they'd be like, dance the night away. And like, that's how they sing. And we would just be like, oh God.
Yeah. Hey man, can you sing this on mute this time?
Yeah.
Obviously, from the moment that we first had our fateful meeting on Amazon Twitch,
Yes, that's what it was.
we said to ourselves, you know what? This guy can hang.
I'm here.
And here you are hanging. And we decided to prepare a little game to play on the podcast.
Amazing.
And so, do you have a piece of paper or a pen with you, or
Yes.
some sort of electronic way of writing some things down?
Let me open up my journal. Dear diary.
And
hey,
now, if you could read to us for the rest of the podcast.
Dear diary. Hey, it's me again. Today I was happy. Okay. Yes, I have a pen. and a
Okay,
piece
so
of paper.
Hannah, also, could you please get pen and paper?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
So I think that all three of us in the next 30 seconds should write down 3 topics, 3 words. They can be absolutely anything.
Okay.
They can be proper nouns. They can be verbs. They can be whatever you think of. Just write it down. 3 things, and we'll check back in. Let's say 10 seconds, because I don't think
Okay.
we need 30 seconds, because it's got to be.
It's got to be
Yeah.
fast.
We
Okay.
could quickly hear from our sponsors.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Like Maybelline. Okay. Okay. Is the clock starting?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is where I'll insert the countdown music.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay.
Got it.
Pencils down. Okay, Hannah, could you please read your 3 topics?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with Catherine Zeta-Jones,
Yes.
Shrek,
Mm.
and feta cheese.
Wow.
Okay. Adam, would you be so kind as to share your 3?
Yes. My 3 are coffee,
Mm.
movie theaters,
Mm.
and Rubik's Cube.
Very nice.
Yeah. What about you?
My 3 were, seeing as I made the rules, I probably should have not done this, but I said the baby shower that went wrong.
Oh,
But I can shorten that if need be.
I like that. No. Let's keep it.
But
Let's
And
I
I
ride
just-
with it.
inspired.
Yeah. Rules are meant to be broken.
Exactly. Aunt, AUNT.
Wow.
A nice pronunciation.
Thank
That
you.
was beautiful.
Truly beautiful.
And vase.
Wow. Okay.
So Downton Abbey of you.
Yeah, I went full Downton Abbey on it.
One
We
of our
stand.
friends has a joke that JJ's just like from Downton Abbey.
It's not flattering. Like,
What JJ didn't inform you
Mhm.
is that little game we played
Yes.
is going to turn into a songwriting session right now on
Amazing.
this podcast.
I'm so ready. I was
I
hoping
feel
you
like
guys would say
Adam
that.
knew it was coming.
He knew.
Always.
So here's what we're going to do.
Mhm.
We are going to write a little song. Maybe we go with like verse and chorus.
I think that's safe.
Yeah,
Very
that
safe.
feels like healthy.
Yeah. Mhm.
And it's got to have all of the words that we came up with in it.
Got you.
So let's just go back over those words really quick.
Let's compile.
So
Yeah.
once again, I had Catherine Zeta-Jones,
Mhm.
Shrek, and feta cheese. So Adam Mccalcior had
Yes.
coffee,
Mhm.
movie
Theaters.
theaters, and what was the third one?
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Classic songwriting trope.
Yeah. I had aunt,
Mm-hmm.
vase,
Right.
Oh yeah, and the baby shower.
baby shower gone wrong.
I think our strongest piece right now is baby shower gone wrong.
Yeah.
I'm
I think-
really inspired by that.
So I feel like that kind of sets the scene for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So did it go wrong in the way that we all know it went wrong, or maybe we're providing like an alternate ending?
Okay, sick.
Like, I'm just wondering, how can we involve the feta cheese?
Got you. Well, I was gonna try to do a rhyme with Cat Jones, Zeta,
Yeah, that's really
and
good.
cheese that's feta.
I knew there was a reason we had you on the show
Yeah.
today.
Definitely write that down.
Cat Zeta Feta.
Yeah. Another connection I'm seeing is that I feel like we saw Shrek at the movie theater.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, in a movie theater. I'm just trying it in spoken word vibe, see if that.
This is how the magic happens, folks. Let me tell you, like, the melody that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That could help.
Let's do that.
So,
Mhm.
our song, like, our song is a slam between door. So I'm hearing that sort of thing for the verse, like, na 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 na.
That's fun.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was in the movie. She broke a vase and the baby shower went wrong. Kind of thing.
That could definitely
Maybe a
set
pre-
something up. Yeah,
a pre-
we can work with that. I was gonna say, like, we saw Shrek at the movie theater. I brought feta cheese because I'm not a candy eater.
Nice.
Like a cup of coffee and a Rubik's cube.
At the baby shower, I accidentally saw a boob.
Yes, I saw the boob. Saw a boob.
I like the boob. That's nice.
Yeah.
The boob. I saw the boob. I saw the boob. One boob on earth. I saw a boob. Yes. And then also, it could have, I think it was like a nips. I think we should say a nip
Yeah.
slip from my favorite aunt.
That packs a punch.
I wish we had so many good times together. And now,
It's over.
I don't know. Something.
Have we used Rubik's
now
Cube?
it's over.
Yeah. Cup of coffee and a
Like-
Rubik's Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Nip slip from my favorite aunt.
Made me want to break a vase.
What if my uncle laughed and broke a vase?
Phenomenal.
Bringing
work,
in the
Adam.
uncle really ties it all together.
Ties the room together.
And I put it, and somehow I put it in a. I don't love
Yeah.
songs about songs, but we could say like, but now I put it in a song,
That went wrong.
the baby shower.
Yeah. Okay.
That
So
that went wrong.
let me
So
see
this
if
will
I-
be one of the 2% of songs that's recorded, right?
That come out. Yeah, we should hit up. Oh, I can't say that on the
We'll
record.
bleep it out.
Okay.
We'll bleep it out.
We
Yeah.
can hit up some of our favorite producers.
We don't have Catherine Zeta-Jones yet.
She's got to be in the chorus.
Oh,
Okay.
trust me, she's coming. She's coming. Yes, that's what I'm saving for. A cup of coffee
Cup
and a
of
Rubik's
coffee
cube.
And a Rubik's Cube.
What about went to a party and saw a boob?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's relatable enough.
It
know?
sounds universal.
Yeah.
And I mean, as songwriters, we all know that like you want something to be a lyric to be universal enough, but specific enough. of
Yeah. You
course.
want people to see their
Uh-huh.
own story in it.
Yeah, I usually watch a DreamWorks film before I go to baby showers. It's been a while since I've went to one.
So nip slip from my favorite aunt, my uncle.
Uncle laughed and broke a vase. Yeah, now I put it in this song, the baby shower.
That went wrong.
That went wrong.
Okay, that's a verse.
Wait, we've used all our words in the verse except
And
for
then-
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
So our chorus is just an elongated singing of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I was gonna say like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Please pick up the
You know.
phone.
The phone. Yes, please pick up the phone.
Okay. Maybe Catherine Zeta-Jones again.
Yeah, I like that. What if then it's like Catherine Zeta-Jones and then it ends.
That's nice.
That is really nice. Yeah, but we could even do I like that as an option, but if we do Catherine Zeta-Jones, please pick up the phone. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
And then fourth line.
I don't want to be alone.
Or could we possibly, and I know this may be a tall order, but like, is there any way we could reference our verse?
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of tie the room together.
Oh, you want this to make sense? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should start from the top.
Like maybe you're
Okay,
calling,
Catherine
you want
Zeta-Jones,
Catherine Zeta-Jones to pick up the phone so you can tell her about the boob you saw or about Shrek or like.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is not in Shrek, right? It's Cameron Diaz.
Like, I kind of feel like she's in there.
I just wanted to give that fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in the same vibe.
Yeah.
She's the same vibe. Same
But okay,
time,
Catherine Zeta-Jones has been in a lot of like great underappreciated films.
Intolerable Cruelty.
Love that
Yeah.
one.
I think we got to be true to ourselves. You know, I feel like the best art is really honest.
Just honest writing.
Yeah, like I feel like we should talk about Chicago because that's how she originally came into our lives today.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, maybe like Catherine Zeta-Jones, please pick up the phone.
I mean, it rhymes, Chicago and phone.
You're in, even when you're in Chicago, you'll always be my home.
I think I just felt a small tear fall from my eyeball.
And then the song should be called You'll Always Be My Home.
Parentheses, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine
Yeah,
Zeta-Jones.
okay.
Right, yeah. Should we sing it down?
Yeah, I think we should. Okay, here we go. We saw Shrek at the movie theater. I brought feta cheese because I'm not a candy eater.
Cup of coffee and a Rubik's Cube. Went to a party and saw the boob.
Nip slipped from my favorite aunt. My uncle laughed and broke a vase.
Now I put it in this song. The baby, shower. That went
wrong. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Please pick up the phone.
La 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 la.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Even when you're in Chicago, you'll always be my home.
Woo!
Okay. Yep.
La
la la la la.
Lot of laws.
La, la, la. Outro of laws.
Outro of laws.
Yeah, la, la,
30 minutes.
La, la.
Love it.
And then
There
here
you go.
I'll add my guitar solo.
Yes. Mouth guitar solo. Just has to ram. That's it. Yeah. We'll do it in post.
I'll add
We'll do it in
horns.
post. Yes.
Mouth
Perfect.
horns.
Yeah.
That was a skill that I learned in quarantine, is how to play the trumpet.
Oh, nice.
With a mouth.
Mouth trumpet?
No, like a real trumpet with my mouth. Yeah.
Oh, you use your mouth.
Yeah. It'd be great. It would be way better if I like used my wrist. Oh yeah, I can play the trumpet with my wrist now. Yeah. So just hit me up for any
Now
wrist.
that would be impressive.
Any wrist horns, yeah. So, have we gotten like 5 minutes yet of the podcast we can actually use?
I feel like we have about 5
Amazing.
usable minutes.
5 to 7 minutes, yeah, of this. Yeah, we've been talking since early November of 2017. So just like being able to finally use some stuff is really great. I'm happy to be here.
Wow.
I really am so sorry for the editing that you're going to have to do with this.
You
That
know,
is-
maybe what we'll do is we can record a little real version of the song for the very end, and that will take
Perfect.
up at least another minute and a half.
Amazing.
We'll find a way.
Amazing. Well, Adam,
Malk Flurry.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been an absolute
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yes. Yes, much love. Okay.
Much
I'll talk to you
love.
guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
We saw Shrek at the movie theater. Brought feta cheese cause I'm not a candy eater. Cup of coffee and a Rubik's Cube. Went to a party and saw the boob.
Nip slipped from my favorite aunt. My uncle laughed and broke a vase.
Now we put it in a song. The baby shower that went wrong. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Please pick up the phone.
always be my home.